They sat you down, wouldn't look at you, and told you things weren't working anymore, and you believed every single word of it. You'd lived with these two for 8 months, trusted them with everything, and in the span of 5 minutes, you were quietly packing a bag and trying to figure out where you were going to sleep that night. What started as a stupid bet with Dinky turned into the most devastating 5 minutes of your relationship. Except, none of it was real, and they didn't stop it in time. The part that got them wasn't that you yelled or called them out, it was that you didn't. The apartment smells like Katsuki's cooking, something smoky and rich, simmering on the stove. When you walk through the front door, dropping your bag by the entrance and towing off your shoes, it's a Sunday. Sundays are supposed to be easy. Hey, you call out, shrugging off your jacket. I grabbed that coffee creamer you wanted, Ichi. No answer. You frown, padding into the kitchen. Katsuki's at the stove, back turned to you. And Ijiro is sitting on the counter, with his arms folded over the surface, chin resting on them. Neither of them looks up when you set the bag down. Hi? You try again. Ijiro clears his throat. He doesn't look at you. Katsuki turns the burner down and finally turns around. His expression is one you don't quite recognize. Jaw set, eyes tight, something practiced in the flatness of it. We need to talk to you. Okay. He pulled out a stool. What's up? Not here. He gestures toward the living room with a nod. Sit down. And you do. Something cold settles in the pit of your stomach. The kind of dread that doesn't wait for facts. Before it starts running, you perch on the couch and watch them follow you in. Ijiro taking the armchair, Katsuki staying standing, with his arms crossed. Neither of them is sitting close to you. Neither of them is smiling. We've been talking. Ijiro starts. And we think things have been kind of off lately. Off how? You ask carefully. Off like this isn't working anymore. The silence that follows is the loudest thing you've ever heard. I don't. You look between them. What do you mean not working? We're not breaking up with you. Ijiro says quietly, and then Katsuki shoots him a look that says, You're doing it wrong, idiot. And Ijiro makes a face back like, Shut up, I'm trying. We just think maybe you should stay somewhere else for a bit, while we figure some things out. Figure what things out? Your voice comes out smaller than you want it to. I live here. I've been living here for 8 months. What happened? Did I? You try to trace back through the last few days, the last week. Nothing stands out. Nothing felt wrong. Did I do something? It's not about something you did, Katsuki says. It's just, no, tell me. You look at him. Really do. Searching for the Katsuki who picked your temple this morning before you left to run errands. The one who complained loudly about your choice in movies, but sat through all 2.5 hours anyway, with his hand tucked under your leg. What happened between this morning and right now? He opens his mouth, and something flickers across his face. You should probably pack something. Some stuff. Just for a few days. Well, Ijiro interrupts gently. I don't have anywhere to go, Ijiro. You're not angry yet. That's the thing. You're not angry. You're just lost. You trust these two people more than almost anyone. And right now, you feel like you're standing on a floor that just turned to glass. I gave up my old apartment. My lease is gone. Where would I even stay? You could stay with Mina. Katsuki offers. Too quickly. And Ijiro goes slightly stiff. Is this a joke? You look at him. Katsuki, are you seriously? It's not a joke. You go quiet. And then look at Ijiro. He's staring at the table now, tracing a scratch in the wood with his thumbnail, and something about the way he won't meet your eyes makes something unravel in your chest. Okay, you say softly. You get up. You go to the bedroom. You pull your old duffel bag from under the bed, and you start putting things into it. A change of clothes, your charger, your toiletries from the bathroom, and your hands are steady, but your breathing isn't. And you have to stop twice and stand very still and tell yourself you're not going to cry in front of them. You're almost done when you hear Jiro's voice in the hallway. Wait, hey. His hand lands on the doorframe, and then he's in the room, and you hear Katsuki right behind them, and you keep your back to them. Can you give me a minute? You say. It comes out flat. We were joking. Katsuki says. You pause. It was a prank. Ijiro adds. Think you bet us that you would figure it out in under 5 minutes. And we wanted to prove him wrong, so. You what? It wasn't supposed to be. You practiced that. Your voice is very quiet. You turn around. Ijiro has the grace to look horrified at himself. Katsuki's expression is harder to read, but his hands aren't crossed anymore. You looked me in the face and told me you wanted me to leave. We thought you'd laugh. Ijiro starts. I packed the bag. I was trying to figure out where I was going to sleep tonight. I was going through the last week, trying to figure out what I did wrong. Your voice breaks. You look away, jaw tight, eyes burning, and you are furious at yourself for crying over a prank, but apparently your body didn't get the memo. Hey, don't do that. Katsuki moves first. Don't cry over a stupid joke. Don't run away from me. I'm sorry. That was genuinely stupid. We didn't think, actually. Ijiro is beside you now, too. A warm wall of solid presence at your back. His arms wrapping around you from behind and pulling you into him, while Katsuki still holds your face. You're between them, and that's the thing about these two. Separately, they're a lot, but together with you, they're everything. We genuinely didn't think it would get this far. And when you got up and started packing, Katsuki told me that we'd messed up. You should have yelled. I would have yelled. I know you would have. But I really thought you meant it. I know. His thumbs brushed your cheeks. I know you did. That's why it was a terrible prank. Think he's never getting bet money again. Ijiro declares. You lean back into Ijiro's chest. Unpack the bag. Bakugou says. Yeah? Yes, you're not going anywhere. You let out a long breath, and Ijiro squeezes you tighter. And somewhere in the kitchen, the pot on the stove is probably burning. But the three of you sat there anyway. Thank you guys for listening. I hope you like this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and goodbye.